third. He's the number 4, followed by Billy Rogers, only 4 points behind Bab. He drives the 53. Looking for a green flag this time off of turn number 4. Green is in the air and we are racing! Field scatters through turns number 1 and 2 and Kirk Gary rolls to spot number 1 in turn 3. Give the spot to Gary momentarily, but here comes Jackie on the inside. Steve Barry 3 wide! Barry and Roussel will force the issue. 15 gets the inside line away, and Steve Barry jumps to spot 2. Here comes the 50 down low, bobbing a hand, and still more 3 wide action further on back. Steve Carrier became the meat of the sandwich, but wisely backed out of it. He's on the outside above Billadu going into turn number 3. Billadu tries to take the spot away. They run through the corners. Carrier finds the inside line right behind the 9 of Billadu. Had to roll out of the throttle, and that's going to cost him some momentum. You saw he backed out by about 2 or 3 car lengths. Off the corner is Kirk Gary, Steve Barry. Bobbing a hand rides in third, the 3-time track champion with 384 career wins at various racetracks throughout his 37-year career, rides in third. And out of those 384 wins, none of them have come in 2006. It's been a very interesting year for the veteran Bob Gahan from Barrington, New Hampshire. Gahan could break through tonight. Meanwhile, further on back, look at the battle for not only a position on the racetrack, but the battle for the point lead. Sanborn on the outside. Dan McKegg right there. McKegg, the point leader by 7 coming into tonight. Drivers are awarded 50 points for a win, 48 for second in the Cascades from 2 there. As of 46 for third and so on. So as it stands right now, barring the heat race, throwing the heat race out of it, Dan McKegg would lead by 5 points over Trevor Sanborn. I believe McKegg actually picked up a few points in the qualifier, so it probably has evened out at this point. Number 7, number 15, they're your top 2. Gary running away with this one. Kirk Gary, you have to go back to now we're in August, June 17th for Kirk Gary's last win. Gary, who's splitting his time between Beech Ridge Pro Series and the Beech Ridge Pro Series division and the Pro All-Star Series. Despite the fact that he's missed a few races, Kirk Gary is still in the top 10 in the point standings. I believe he's missed 1, maybe 2 events, and still in the top 10. It's been a great year for Kirk Gary. And it would be very interesting to average out his weekly point take and throw the 1 or 2 races in there. He might even be in the thick of this championship battle, but wanted to run a few different tracks and try some different things. Did not want to be married to Beech Ridge this year. Loves the facility, but wanted to expand and try some different tracks on the Pro All-Star Series. Has been successful. A number of top 10 runs for that team. But when they come back to Beech Ridge, many times this year it has been game on. Already a win this season. And a number of top 3 finishes. Speaking of the top 3, there isn't a challenge for the lead right now, but the battle is for second. Bobby Gahan trying to take it away. He'll look to the outside. Gahan slides a little bit in turn 4. That's going to cost him some momentum. Bump Billadu right there, and he has Steve Carrier behind him. 4 cars all vying for spot number 2 in turn 3. Just shy of halfway. Few more laps will hit the 20-lap marker as Dan McKegg continues to lose points to his closest competitors. If the race were to end now, McKegg would still have the point lead, but it will be down to just 1 or 2 points. So it's an interesting battle that continues to develop. We'll keep one eye on that one. And the amazing dogfight that is the battle for third position. Here comes the 83 of Steve Carrier to the high side. Bob Gahan, the lame duck down low, wants to move around Barry. I get the feeling that Bob Gahan has the faster of the two race cars, but cannot work the outside. And that is what has kept him from taking over Steve Barry's second place position. That's going to go to another Steve. Steve Carrier, 83, rolls to spot number 2. And this is exactly the shot in the arm that the 83 team needed. They came out with all guns blazing in 2006, winning a couple of races right off the bat, but has since sort of slid into a mode where they're a 6th or 8th place car. While that, yes, is competitive, it's certainly not what Carrier showed signs of early in the season. They have regressed a little bit, but thrown a number of different setups on the car the last 3 weeks, trying anything they can just to get back to where they were, and apparently they have done so tonight. The 83 rides in second, and the only driver probably with a legitimate shot at winning this one. Look at Alan Tardif on the high side. Tardif, the 20-year-old competitor out of Lyme, a number of years under his belt here at Beech Motor Speedway. 4 straight years in the top 5 of the points, but yet never a champion. If there were a Jimmy Johnson award here at Beech, Alan Tardif would win it. Tardif, a consistent competitor. Again, 4 years in a row in the top 5 without a championship. He's off and running the Pro All-Star Series this season, and one of the top impressive rookies. Again, that series hits Beech Motor Speedway later on this month on August the 20th. Laps beginning to wind down. 15 circuits, and Aaron Ricker in trouble. 22 spins on the front straightaway. This brings a caution out, and an entirely new race. Yellow flag on the racetrack after Aaron Ricker loops it in turn number 4. I want to hear you if you are for Bob Gahan, or can Alan Tardif come home to victory lane? We find out in 15 laps off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. We're racing. Kirk Gary gets the jump off of turn number 2. There's the 83 right there. Will not force the issue and tuck back in behind. Trouble for Steve Barry. The 15 spins. He continues. We stay green. It's Kirk Gary at the line. 83 of Carrier, 50 of Bob Gahan, and Alan Tardif, who's great on the long runs, takes him about a dozen laps for his car to really come to him. And if he can keep the leader in sight, he might have a shot at this one, but he's losing time on the high side. At least for now, we talk about it a lot. Beech being the momentum racetrack, you need a few laps on the outside to really get a groove. And once you get the groove and hit your marks, if you're fast on the outside, you will be untouchable. 83 rides in second, but another orange car comes to third. It's going to be Alan Tardif in turn number 1. Side by side down the backstretch, and the number 8 cannot close the deal on Bob Gahan. 11 laps to go. Gahan, the KG veteran, still on the inside. Bob Bilodeau waiting in the wings, watching this battle for third down the backstretch. Look who's moved into spot number 6 and challenging for a top 5. It's the 29 of Trevor Sanborn. Meanwhile, Dan McKenna trying to get around Bobby Babb. Remember, 14 points separated those two drivers as they came into the event. Every position ultra critical in the final 6 weeks of the season. McKenna digging for all he has, knowing that he could win or lose the championship by 1 point. Babb knows that too. He knows how to win championships. He's won 4. He's also lost championships. He lost 1 championship to Mike Maeda Sr. by just 3 points. That is why Bobby Babb is fighting the number 40 of Dan McKeck so hard. Because he knows every position critical, a position that is given up on the racetrack now, 4 or 5 weeks before the season ends, could come back to hurt him. Caution is out. Josh Cantera, as the field will split and hopefully everybody slows down in the Pro Series, quick on the minders. And this will set up a 7-lap shootout. Kurt Gary not out of the woods yet, and folks, that's third. Those drivers, along with the rest of the pack. Pace car pulls on a pit road. We're set for a green flag. 7-lap shootout off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. We are racing. Steve Carrier will force the issue a little bit more this time. Down the backstretch, he'll give chase to Kurt Gary. And Carrier wants this win, or does he? Tucks back in behind his Tardif. Chops Tardif in turn number 1. Tardif had a run down the front straightaway, but could not get to the back bumper of Carrier in time. And the number 8 rides in third with Bobby Gahan in 4th. This time by 5 laps to go. And look who's beginning to run the high side. 18-year-old Trevor Sanborn down the backstretch, gets by Bob Bilodeau. Now sets his sight on Bob Gahan. Laps winding down in the lane core. Number 29 is moving towards the front. Gets around Bilodeau. Trouble with Aaron Ricker. He slides on the front straightaway. We'll try to get it back underway. Do we see a caution flag? He sits. He's able to move. Just waiting for the field to go by. Very wise move on Aaron Ricker's part. 15-year-old kid out there and could have easily pulled up in front of the leaders, but elected not to do so. Very heads-up driving. And Aaron Ricker, well, Ricker waits for the caution flag and we're under yellow again. Thought for a second that he was waiting for the field to pass, but indeed rolling and caution flag flies. Pace car again on pit road. 7 of Kurt Gary, but look who gets the jump. Carrier gets it. Green flag is out. Wow, what a restart. Down the back straightaway. Gary gathers it back up and takes over the point in turn number 3. But Carrier is still there. Magic number is 3 and a dead heat at the line. 83 going after the 7. Steve Carrier wants this, and down the back straightaway gets a good bite off the corner. Evens it up. Steve Carrier, if he can keep the bite through the corners, and Kurt Gary slides up the racetrack just a few feet, but Carrier not to be denied. Great side-by-side racing by a bumper. It's Carrier in turn number 4. Here comes it's great Saturday night short track racing. White flag, 1 lap to go. Find a driver that you like and make some noise for that driver. Final time into turn number 3. Here comes Gary. Carrier, they will almost tag him, bump it back again. It's gonna be Steve Carrier. Hands down, the best Pro Series event all year.
Boy, Steve Carrier, what a tough short track performance by that second generation guy.
I didn't know if Carrier had it in him. He was slow on the restarts, pulled in behind the other times, but he wanted it and wanted it bad, and he gets it tonight. How about it, folks? Let him hear it. What a drive by the number 83. This is Steve Carrier. What a drive and what a finish. I'll tell you, Steve's wife, Michelle, I'm sure is going to run right up to Bill Channell and order that race up. He's not even going to take his victory lap. Let's go trackside at Pepsi Victory Lane and Dave Sturgis.
Welcome your winner, Steve Carrier, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Unbelievable. We've been struggling for the past 4 or 5 weeks, trying to find a hot setup, and we threw something at it tonight. And geez, it was pretty good. I didn't expect that, but it was something drivable. I owe it all to my crew, my sponsors. They've been behind me financially and working on the car all the time. And geez, I can't believe I'm here. I didn't think I was going to get it done. That was a close one, boy. So it must have been a good race, I think.
The fans loved the last efforts there. You had that late caution and a couple chances for the restart there, but had a good run at the last 4 laps.
Yeah, geez, I don't know. I think the 7 car was tight, and I was just as tight, and we were duking it out there at the end. It was a lot of fun, boy. When it's good, it's a lot of fun, but boy, when it's not, it ain't no fun. It's a lot of work, you know.
Well, congratulations on your 2nd NASCAR night feature win.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the fans and the Beech Ridge staff for putting on such a great program for us, and the sponsors of the race. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me week after week. The past 4 weeks haven't been fun.
Congratulations. We have Rob from Irving Oil, tonight's sponsor of the first place trophy presentation.
Steve, what a race. What an ending. Congratulations to you, and making a real exciting night for all these fans out here at Beech Ridge.
Great, thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thanks to sponsors. I thank Irving Oil. I thank NR Pep and Building Movers, Second Life Tools, and Standish Trailer Sales. Sanford Sound, I thank them too for all the help. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I couldn't be here because they've been helping us out big time, you know. And all my guys on my crew, they've been working all day on this thing, all morning, all yesterday. And we weren't that good in practice. First couple practices, we were struggling. We were searching. We were thinking about starting at the back. That's how bad we were, and we threw something wild at it, and it worked.
A wild work. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thanks a bunch. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks a bunch.
The final laps are side by side. He came across the start finish line first. Your winner, Steve Carrier.
Everybody now. Up nice and high, get those hands into the air. Let's give the True Value Modifieds a nice big send-off. 100 laps of competition. They are ready to go here at the Ridge. Affectionately known throughout New England as Rolling Thunder. This is the third year of the True Value Modified Racing Series. Buxton, Maine's David Pinkham is the defending champion of this event. He starts deep in the field in the Casella, number 25. Shot spent shows the field. The next time around, we are going green. Caution lights are out around the Speedway. The Modifieds are ready to go. 100 green flag laps. Bateman and Goodenough, two veteran racers ready to bring this field alive. We'll watch for the safety truck to pull into the infield, flying Old Glory. And starter John Spence will call him out of the corner. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Johnny Bush down under the apron through the apex of 1 and 2, brings the 68X up onto the back straightaway as we continue the race. The 1 lap mark is into the record books, and Jack Bateman is going to be credited with leading lap number 1. Bateman takes them down to back straightaway. Rob Goodenough is in second. Eddie Dockenhausen is in the 3rd spot. Dale Evanchin and rookie Brian Shumway is in the 5th spot. The Costock stand out of Monadnock Speedway. Moving into the Modifieds here, late in this 2006 season. Then we
we've got Bobby Grigas in the 09. Mark Cole driving the Steigels number 66 as they roar down that back straightaway through the third and fourth turn. Dockenhausen right up behind Rob Goodenough, Dale Ivachin, Brian Shumway. Shumway distantly back a bit, about 3 cars, maybe 4 cars behind Dale Ivachin in the 5th spot as we click up lap number 4 out here on the front straightaway. The opening stages of the 100-lap green flag race for the True Value Modifieds here in 2006 at the Ridge. Jack Bateman is still looking for that first win on the tour. He's come close a couple of times, only to have late race issues take place and force him to the sidelines. Goodenough has been running in the top 5 of the point standings since the start of the season. He's got a good run going here early on in the Hampshire Lumber Advantage Real Estate 01. Another veteran racer out of the greater Keene, New Hampshire area, Swansea, New Hampshire, which has produced quite a few race car drivers that have been successful in their racing careers. Eddie Dockenhausen in car number 48 is a former Chemung, New York champion and a NASCAR regional champ at that. And that is a brand new modified that he's campaigning here at 06 on the True Value Tour. Jack Bateman, not only the founder of the True Value Modified Racing Series, but he also doubles as an engine builder and an owner of a transportation company, a motor coach company up in western New Hampshire, the Upper Valley of New Hampshire. In fact, you'll find a lot of Jack Bateman's buses running down into Connecticut. Down to Foxwoods is charter buses. That's what he does for a living. Dale Ivachin right up behind Eddie Dockenhausen as he runs right up behind him going into turn number 1. Ivachin, a second-generation driver, and he races out of East Harlan, Connecticut in the Teddy Bear Pools number 35. Bruce, you got the stopwatch working. What are you looking at for numbers here in the early stages for Jack Bateman?
About 15.5 seconds, John, so good time at this time of the night, certainly, and I'm sure he's pacing himself in this 100-lap event.
Bateman's been at it a long time, as you well know, 36 years now, and he's been, the bulk of that has been in modifieds. We've seen it with the American-Canadian Tour, we've seen it with the old Coors Tour, we've seen it with NASCAR North, we've seen it with the Busch cars, but a lot of his racing career has been in this type of race car, open wheel modifieds.
Oh, absolutely, and many of the veterans will do just this. They'll go as fast as they need to in order to lead in a case like this and try to set a good steady pace, and that seems to be what Jack's doing.
14 laps going into the record books here. He's got a comfortable margin over Goodenough. Goodenough has got some distance between he and Dockenhausen as Ivachin stays right there within striking distance down the back straightaway here in the Ridge behind the number 48. And Ivachin's there with the 35. And then Brian Shumway is impressive early on here. This kid, they purchased the modified during the winter and decided to give this tour a run on selected events. We have not seen a lot of Shumway. What we did see last Saturday night at Monadnock Speedway is a for sale sign on the side of his Pro Stock, which is a car that he's been racing at Monadnock Speedway now for several seasons. One of the young charges out of Massachusetts, Belchertown, Massachusetts, driving that lime-colored number 5. Further back of the pack, fans, throw your eye on the middle of the field here. You've got some good side-by-side racing going on. Hinckley and Savory have got a battle going on. Jimmy Kuhn and Jimmy Dolan off of turn number 4. Dolan in the 69, Kuhn in the 72. They race outside the Canton, Massachusetts driver Richard Savory, strong off turn number 2. And Les Hinckley, the Canton Fair champion this year, is running right behind him. We got action out of the back straightaway. The first caution flag is going to fly here. Whoa, no, Carl Fredrickson, I think, made contact. I didn't catch it, Bruce Elder. Rusty Baller, the number 20 car, drew the yellow. And Fredrickson, did he get into him?
Well, he got up against the wall, I believe, John, and the car had spun around, and he was trying to avoid him and get up a little high, and I believe he actually got up into the backstretch wall.
And they just never really could get a handle on the number 41 here tonight. So a tough break for the rookie from Fremont, New Hampshire. A lot of you Beech Ridge Motor Speedway racing fans know Carl as a journalist and a columnist in Children's Speedway Illustrated magazine, a very fine writer, a great guy. He's been racing for a long time, but he is classified as a rookie on the True Value Modified Tour this year, and he is competing for the GMH Transportation of Ascutney, Vermont Rookie of the Year honors. The field down that back straightaway. Bateman out in front of the 17, Dockenhausen, Ron Goodenough, and the number 35, Dale Levach and Brian Shumway. In the 5th position, the 09 car is Bobby Grigas, then Dwight Jarvis, Lightning Lou Michelitas in the number 40, and Jimmy Kuhn in car number 72. Boy, Bateman's got himself a comfortable margin, Bruce, over Eddie Dockenhausen as he breaks out in front here at lap number 23.
Yeah, certainly has found the setup tonight. We thought the second time into the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway would certainly help many of these teams, and it certainly has helped this one.
That's a very good point. It certainly has, and a lot of these guys came in here with the knowledge of a year ago of how to get these cars set up and prepared to go, and it certainly has shown well here this evening. Here's Louis Michelitas challenging the point leader Dwight Jarvis. Right behind him, Marco Turcotte, number 40 car, and he's right there with that number 28 knocking on the door as they work their way through the first and second turn. The veteran keeps them at bay as they blast down that back straightaway. Bateman way out in front here early on. Lap number 26 on the scoreboard. Boy, he's really starting to pull away a bit here. Dockenhausen and Goodenough. They are second and third. Ivachin's fourth, Shumway fifth, sixth is Grigas, seventh is Jarvis. Eighth is the number 40 car. That is Louis Michelitas. Michelitas, a strong racer down in Florida during the winter months in Super Late Model Series action down there. It's been very successful down in Florida. Then you've got Jimmy Kuhn with pressure from Tony Rickey, and Richard Savory is in the number 21. Hinckley, Mark Cole, John McKennedy in the number 73. Challenges Cole for position as they work through the third and fourth turn. The Rolling Thunder of the True Value Modifieds making their way down the back straightaway. Still throw an eye on Michelitas and Jarvis. Michelitas is going to try the outside as they power through the fourth turn and down the front straightaway. And Lightning Lou is going to see if he can make it work on the outside with Jarvis. And boy, I'll tell you, he's got a good run out of that number 2 turn. Great battle right up behind. We got a yellow flag, the second of the race on lap number 30. And Rusty Ball is involved again, and I believe that's going to be the number 50 car as well. Kevin Kanopka involved. The Meriden, Connecticut driver sits on the upper apron of the number 1 turn as Rusty Ball is got the number 20 car fired up here. Rusty Speed, number 20 from Keene, New Hampshire, ABC Paving Company. Watching it from that view tonight. As the field gets ready to go back to green here, Tim brings the safety truck into the infield. John waves them out of the corner. Here they come, the ground pounders under green. And Bateman takes them through that first and second turn. Dockenhausen in hot pursuit. We got a side-by-side battle going on for the number 3 spot between Rob Goodenough and the number 35, Dale Levach. And they're battling for third here at the Ridge. Bobby Grigas now starting to make a move. He comes on the outside in the 09 car. The Marshfield, Massachusetts rookie. Rookie of the year in the late models last year in Lee. Rookie of the year at Seacock Speedway in the late models last year. And he favorite for Rookie of the Year honors here on the True Value Tour. We got a car spinning in the number 1 corner. That is going to be Jimmy Kuhn Jr. Kuhn Jr. off the top of the number 1 corner. John's trying to wave him out of the area over there, but it's not going to happen. A yellow flag out. Caution out. Oops. Kuhn's got the 32 fired up. They are getting ready to pound the pavement coming off turn number 4 as Bateman and Dockenhausen get ready to bring this field alive one more time. John Spence waves the sticks, calls him out of the corner. Green flag. Look at this. Ivanchin underneath Dockenhausen, and Dale goes into the number 2 spot. Side-by-side race going on now for the number 5 spot as Dwight Jarvis and the rookie Shumway go wheel to wheel out of turn number 4. Right up behind Rob Goodenough as they stack that number 1 corner. Grigas is a little loose. He leans on Ricky. Wow, things get jammed up near Bruce, but everybody bailed out, gathered up the ponies, and continued down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, the battle rages on for number 4 spot out here in the front straightaway. You got Dwight Jarvis and Rob Goodenough. These guys are in the top 5 in the point standings. Jarvis leads it. Goodenough's 5th in the rankings, and they are battling here for the number 4 spot on the Speedway. Shumway's right up behind Jarvis as they come down the front chute. Ricky and Michelinas watch it all from the number 4 and the 40. Ivanchin a car length down the back straightaway behind the number 17 of Jack Bateman. Jarvis, when he looks like he wants to go to the outside, and Goodenough crosses up behind him in the number 4 turn. And Goodenough is able to keep him at bay down the straightaway. Ricky's come up behind Shumway. Ricky drove a very smart race at Lee USA Speedway. This is where he ran throughout most of the race, and he started to make his way to the front at about lap number 75, and he went by the race leader with 6 to go at Lee USA Speedway. So if Ricky's car's working, and he can get that thing hooked up on the outside, and just keep a very close watch on the Westbrook main racer. Right now he is challenging the rookie Shumway down the back chute. He's got Louis Michelinas in tow in the number 40 car. Meanwhile, up the front of the field, Dale Ivanchin continues to challenge Jack Bateman, but Bateman does a great job of the number 17 to hold on to the lead as they go down the back straightaway. "40 laps into the record books. 40 down. Jarvis and Goodenough side by side. They are battling for 4th spot. Look at the run. Jarvis has got into that number 3 turn. Dwight on it hard, and he's got it down the straightaway. The number 4 spot is in the books here for Dwight Jarvis. He's going to set his sights on Dockenhausen now in the number 48 car. Great run by Dwight Jarvis here tonight. He crashed last week. It was part of that 10-car pileup at Monadnock Speedway. But boy, he's put it back together and running strong here tonight at the Ridge. Here comes Ricky. Ricky's on the outside of the 01 Rob Goodenough. Tony Ricky. Oh man, is that a pass or what in that 3rd and 4th turn? He hooked up nice coming off the number 2 corner. Right up alongside. Goodenough on the back straightaway. And now he has moved himself into the 5th spot. And Goodenough seems to be fading in the 01 car. Michelinas is going to try the outside as they come off turn number 4. Lightning Lou, lightning quick on the Beech Ridge front straightaway here. Right up alongside the 01, and he moves up a notch on the ladder. So it's Lightning Lou going into the 6th spot in car number 40. Jarvis right up behind Dockenhausen as they work their way into that 1st turn. Dwight Jarvis trying to figure the way by the number 48 car, that brand new modified for the Dockenhausen race team here in 06. Ricky's right with Jarvis. Boy, I'll tell you, Bruce, this race is so reminiscent of the Lee race, the way Ricky's running this thing. He's right there in that 5th spot, and I'm telling you, I think that car looks faster than what it is.
Boy, I'll tell you, it looks good to me. So does Louis Michelinas. I think they're taking their time, trying to run a calculated race. And as you said, reminiscent of Ricky's race back early in July at Lee.
And Michelinas ran so well down at the Seacock Speedway in that open event against the NASCAR guys a few weeks ago. That was the first time he had gotten into the Marco Turcon number 40 this year. John McKennedy, who was in the number 73 here tonight, drove that number 40 modified the first half of this season. Michelinas only got in that thing about 3 weeks ago. And here he is running behind Tony Ricky. Ricky's going to challenge. I see a little cloud of smoke that time coming out of the right side of the number 4 car as they went into the turn. The Black Mountain Painting Award is on the line, and Jack Bateman is going to score it this week at the halfway mark. 50 laps completed. Bateman, your leader here, but look at the racing that is going on for 4th spot as Jarvis and Ricky. Oh man, Ricky is moving on the outside. Here comes Lightning Lou now to challenge the point leader. Off the number 4 turn down the front straightaway. Ricky's going to work to the inside of Dockenhausen. Whoa, a little bit of tire contact there. Ricky and Dockenhausen now duking it out for the number 3 spot. And Ricky goes to 3rd. Here comes Michelinas right alongside Jarvis as they go into turn number 3. Lightning Lou trying to hook it up top of turn number 4. Dockenhausen fights back strong on the inside. As they work into that number 1 turn, wheel to wheel, number to number, nerf bar to nerf bar, down the back straightaway. Michelinas shakes free. The number 48 car, and Lightning Lou's going after Tony Ricky now. Jack Bateman has set an incredible pace here since the drop of the green flag. Dale Evonshin trying to stay within striking distance. But I'll tell you, Tony Ricky and Lightning Lou Michelinas, Bruce Elder, appear to be coming along in that 3rd and 4th place spot.
Boy, they've hooked up well and just seem to be rolling to the front. Impressed with both the 4 and the 40. 54 laps into the record books here at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Evonshin trying to stay right there. A car length through the corners, a couple of car lengths down the back straightaway. Jack Bateman, it has been a long time since he's been in victory lane. Driving a smooth race here, but the young guns are making their way to the front. We go yellow, we get an incident over in the number 4 turn. We've got the 69 car, Dolan involved, Seiss is involved, and Andy's got his car rolling. Hinckley in the 06, and the number 21, Richard Savory, all involved, and we've got debris over there, and it looks like front end damage on Jimmy Nolan's number 69 car is going to need the assistance of the track wrecker, as we've got front end damage on his racer and debris on the speedway. Bateman ready to bring them to green as they make their way down that back straightaway. By you folks out there in the back stretch, we hope you're enjoying the show tonight. Here they come. Starter Joe. Oh no, Bateman loose. And we're going to get a green flag, but I believe you're going to see it go back to yellow. We do. Don't know what happened, if the back end just came around or if it got a little bit of a... yeah, I think there was some bumper tag there. Okay, we just checked on the reasons why Bateman was put to the rear. They said he lost forward momentum. So that's the reason he goes tail end, top brake. Green flags in the air. Back to racing we go. Back to racing we go. And car number 35, Dale Evonshin's go. Whoops, we got a jam up over there. Everybody checks up between 1 and 2. They continue down the back straightaway, and the racing action continues. Dale Evonshin's going to lead him out of the number 4 corner with Louis Michelinas, Tony Ricky, Dwight Jarvis, and Eddie Dockenhausen, the top 5. Michelinas stays right there in that number 40 car. Ricky watches from the 3rd spot. Jarvis and Dockenhausen. Running in the 6th spot is Rob Goodenough. Jarvis trying to stay right with Ricky. Ricky coming right up behind Michelinas. We have another car over the embankment. That's Rusty Ball. 3rd yellow for Rusty Ball. Caution on the speedway. Black flag shown to the number 20 as he draws a caution for the 3rd time. So Rusty Ball is shown the black flag and is disqualified from the event here on lap number 59.
as Ivanchin and Michelinas are side by side. Ricky, Jarvis, and Dockenhausen fans are your top 5. They are ready to go back to green. Safety truck is in the infield. John waves him out of the corner. Green flag. Ricky down low in turn number 1, right on the back end. Oh, around goes Louis Michelinas. Look out. Michelinas spins over there in the second turn. And, wow, Ricky right there behind him and around with the number 40. What a tough break. Race continues on. Michelinas may have a tire down as a result of it. Louis Michelinas, what a tough break for the driver of the 40 car. The left rear is down, yellow flag out. It's his call to go single file on the restart. I guess we'll throw an eye occasionally on Michelinas and Ricky to keep a watch on them, see how well they can come back up through. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. And we have a green flag to restart this event with 40 laps to cover in this 100-lap race. Down the back straightaway, Dale Ivanchin and Dwight Jarvis go 1-2. Eddie Dockenhausen and Ryan Preece, who has stayed out of trouble, the youngster, in car number 44. Doing a nice job. Great job by Preece in car number 44. Rob Goodenough is in the 5th spot. 6th is Grigas. 7th is Johnny Bush. 8th is David Pinkham. 9th is Bruce Batchelder, the Vermont driver. And Tom Abley Jr. is running in the 10th spot in car number 32. We get an incident over the number 3 and 4 turns. That's going to be Shumway and I believe Mark Cole in the Steigels number 66 car. Tough break there for those 2 newcomers to the Tour with their brand new race cars. Bringing out the caution here on lap number 62. I really think we could have seen 35 cars here tonight if it wasn't for that incident last week at Monadnock Speedway. I know we went down to Waterford, Connecticut. We had 42 cars that night. That's not been a problem. Here we go. We're going back to racing. Green flag. Seiss leaves the pits. And the race is back underway here as they go into the number 1 turn. Jarvis way high that time. Dockenhausen sits in the 3rd spot of the number 48. Ryan Preece, another Connecticut entry, is in the 4th spot. Rob Goodenough is in the 5th position. Ivanchin leads him down the front chute. Jack Bateman trying to get back to the front here and get a respectable finish out of this after leading the first 56 circuits. Rolling Thunder, the True Value Modifieds, ground pounders down the front straightaway. Ivanchin's got himself a comfortable margin over Dwight Jarvis. Dockenhausen, Preece. 65 into the record books. Johnny Bush slows on the front straightaway. The Long Island veteran creeps down into the bottom of the number 1 corner. And of course they're watching him on the flag stand, but they don't like where he's sitting with this pack of cars coming down the front chute, the leaders, and they're going to throw yet another yellow on the Speedway. 2nd ever appearance here at the Ridge. Ivanchin, Jarvis, Dockenhausen, Preece, and Goodenough. Your top 5, out of the corner they come. Green flag. Here's Jarvis trying to set up on the outside as they go through the 1st and 2nd turn. Dwight right on the backside of Ivanchin as they get on the back straightaway. Dockenhausen wants to get invited to the party. He's right up behind Jarvis in car number 48. Jarvis right on the back end of the Teddy Bear Pools number 35. A car length separates the 2 off of 2. Preece is solid in 4th spot. Goodenough's in 5th spot. Bobby Grigas, Rookie of the Year contender, is in the 6th position. And here comes David Pinkham. David Pinkham is in 7th spot, and he's racing for the number 6 spot with Grigas. Keep an eye on your number 25 from Buxton, the defending champion of this event, in the Gary Casella number 25. Dockenhausen looked low coming off the number 4 turn that time on Jarvis. He's down low through the 1st and 2nd turn. And again, Ivanchin opens up a couple of lengths on the number 28 as they roar down that back straightaway. All of a sudden, Ivanchin, Bruce breaks away, and we've got a battle with Dockenhausen right up behind Jarvis in the corner.
Yeah, a tight battle for that runner-up spot. It looks like it's going to be a three-way go for that, but here comes Pinkham on the outside.
Absolutely. David Pinkham sets up high on turn number 4. Pulls in behind Grigas. Grigas a little loose coming off. The number 4 turn that time did a nice job. 70 laps are in the record books. And now it's turning out to a 30 laps shootout. A Saturday night feature, if you will. The final 30. Crease right up behind Dockenhausen. The Danbury, Connecticut, and Kensington, Connecticut drivers battling it out for the third spot. We got a Connecticut entry and Dale Ivanchin from East Harland, Connecticut, leading the affair here. Dwight Jarvis doing a super job in that number 28 car after the mishap at the Monadnock Speedway last week. The veteran coming back here with a strong run in car number 28. Running in the second spot. Look at the battle down the front straightaway. Pinkham just went by Grigas. And Jimmy Kuhn follows in car number 72. Looked like Grigas and Kuhn rubbed a little tire over there in the second turn. No harm done. They continue the race at speed off the number 4 corner. Pinkham trying to catch up to the 0-1 of Rob Goodenough and contend for that number 5 spot. There's going to be 25 laps to go out here in the front straightaway. Dale Ivanchin continues to set a great pace here in car number 35. Here's Priest to the inside of Dockenhausen as they came off the number 4 turn. Nothing doing there. NED stopped them as they came down the front chute. And you've got Pinkham right now. Bruce going to the outside of Rob Goodenough. He's challenging right there for the 5th spot. Pinkham trying to get a top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, I think right now he may be, in fact, the fastest car on the track. I'm going to watch on everybody, but boy, the last time around he was turning some good tag.
Nice move by Pinkham as he goes by Goodenough. Now he's got his sights set on the 44 of Ryan Priest. 78 laps are in the record books. Dale Ivanchin continues to set the pace. Priest right up behind Dockenhausen. That's the close battle right there for third as the number 25, Pinkham, tries to close on the number 44 car. Cars are still in the event from the original 24 starters with 80 laps into the books, 20 laps to go. Ivanchin about 4 or 5 car lengths down the back straightaway. As they come up on Brian Shumway, he gets the passing flag from John Spence. He graciously pulls to the inside and lets the leaders go by. Clear sailing lies ahead now for the number 35, Dale Ivanchin.
David Pinkham, the fastest car on the watch right now.
All right, we're going to watch him too as Pinkham comes right up behind Ryan Priest. Man, oh man, does David Pinkham come from nowhere to get into this thing. He's right here, pressuring the number 44 of Ryan Priest. Got a top 5 run going. Started the event in the 18th position. And right now he's trying to get Gary Casella a strong finish here in the 100-lap race at Beech Ridge. Ivanchin clicks off number 84 out here in the front straightaway. Jarvis. The battle is for third with Dockenhausen, Priest, and Pinkham in the number 25. Here's Pinkham coming to the outside. Priest trying to stave him off as they go through 3 and 4. Closely contesting the front straightaway here as he shoots to the outside, running alongside that black number 44, the kid from Kensington and the veteran from Buxton going at it on the back straightaway. David Pinkham up top going through 3 and 4. Races side by side with Priest out here in the front straightaway. Continues to go wheel to wheel, number to number, dirt bar to dirt bar through that first and second turn. Eddie Dockenhausen's got a ton of pressure coming from Priest, and he's got it coming from the number 25, David Pinkham. Close, hotly contested battle here in the closing stages with the number 87 going up on the scoreboard. Look at that battle for the third spot. Out of 2, Pinkham shook free Priest. Now he's going after Dockenhausen on the outside. David Pinkham's bringing him alive at Beech Ridge once again. strong on the outside here. The car works well through the corners, and he gets by Dockenhausen now. Now he's going to go after Dwight Jarvis, and time is clicking on the lap counter on the back in the infield as number 89 is on the board. Next time around, there's going to be 10 laps to go. Can Pinkham catch Jarvis to contest for the number 2 spot? John Spence shows him 10 laps to go at the start-finish line. 10 to go for number 35. Jarvis in second spot. Third is Pinkham. What a run here tonight by the veteran David Pinkham. Eddie Dockenhausen, Ryan Preece. Down the front straightaway, Rusty Ball way down to the inside along with Mark Cole as the leaders come down the front chute. Now we've got a close race now, fans, for the win here as Jarvis is a car length behind Dale Ibachin. This one is going right down to the wire at the ridge on the front straightaway. Jarvis right behind Jarvis, the 35 will be Ibachin. Will he go to the outside? Will he try him down low off the corner? Carling separates the 35 with the number 28 this time as they get out of the back straightaway. Ready to come around with number 93 going up on the board. Look where Pinkham is. Pinkham's going to come up here and take a little bit of that pressure off Ibachin because he is closing in on Dwight Jarvis. We're going to have another close, great finish on the True Value Modified Tour. When they get down to the wire like this and they get close like this, sometimes it takes away those caution flags when you've got a close finish going on, and we've got a good one going here. There's going to be 5 laps to go. 5 to go for Dale Ibachin. He's 5 laps away from his first ever True Value win. Jarvis and Pinkham, second and third. Dockenhausen and Preece. I'm impressed with Preece. What a job he's done here tonight. He first raced with us when we went to Waterford. He's a Waterford, Connecticut regular. Came up here and gave this a shot here tonight. He may have a top 5 finish in car number 44. Meanwhile, all the action is up the front of the field here as Ibachin's really starting to pour it on. Here comes Pinkham, right to the inside of Dwight Jarvis on the back straightaway. He low lines through the 3rd and 4th turn. Jarvis is able to hold him off coming off number 4. Next time around, they're going to get the 2 to go side. 2 laps remaining. What a great show here tonight. There's the 2 to go sign from John Spence for Dale Ibachin. Dale Ibachin with 2 to go. Pinkham to the inside of Jarvis. Pinkham's got the low line through the first turn. On a 2, they're side by side, wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. 2 long-time modified veterans having at it here at the ridge. And this is for the number 2 spot. And the white flag is out. 1 to go. 1 to go. Pinkham's got second. What a run by Pinkham. Ryan Preece got by Dockenhausen through all that. Here's the Sunoco checkers for Dale Ibachin, his first ever win. Dale Ibachin wins his first ever in True Value Modified competition. Second spot goes to David Pinkham, who put on a great show in car number 25. Dwight Jarvis, Ryan Preece got by Dockenhausen while all that stuff was going on for second and third, and he finishes in the 4th spot, and Eddie Dockenhausen will be credited with a 5th. Wow.
Well, as you said, John, what a tremendous race. David Pinkham once again lighting up the crowd here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speed with a runner-up spot, and this number 35, the youngster, just putting it together, doing a nice job. Boy, isn't it great to see a terrific finish here with the modifieds once again.
The thing, but Pinkham just really lit things up there at the end, and I think a lot of that had to do with the green flag run. Pinkham, and I noticed during the race, was kind of holding back a little bit or couldn't go anywhere, but we were having caution flags every 6 to 10 laps, but it wasn't until about you get a good 15 lap run and that 25 was turned on. We all talk all the time about Beech Ridge being a momentum track, and he had the momentum, caught some lap traffic at the right opportunity, but he made the opportunity. He waited to catch the lap traffic, and it's a super run for the number 25 as he gets out of the car. But how about that 35? Dominant run for him too.
Oh, tremendous job. And Dwight Jarvis over to congratulate David Pinkham. As you can see, they are good friends and great respect for one another. Folks, I think we'd all agree, what a great show here by the True Value Modifieds, their second run here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, and don't you want to see more of this? Oh, absolutely. And John making his way down to track trackside. We'll be there in just a moment.
All right, let's see if we can't get you over here, sir, because Bill Channell is on Channel One video up there. And direct your attention toward your well-wishers and Channel One. This has got to be a happy moment for Dale Ivanchin, your first with the True Value Modified Racing Series. Congratulations.
Thank you. Actually, it's my first win in a modified that's a points race. So have been 3 years trying and finally got it. Pretty uneventful night, a little bit tangled up on one of those starts with Jack, but I just got to thank my parents first of all. My dad, he gave up a lot for this, give me this opportunity. 4-season refrigeration, they give more than expected. Teddy Bear Pools and Ryan's Arnold Moore. And of course, you got to thank the engine builder, Billy. He had a good piece tonight.
Let me ask you, you were up there at the front with Jack. You guys ran so well, so close together. And then you inherited the lead when his misfortune happened. But you had to go out there and set a pace. You had those guys running behind you, and I'll tell you, they were running hard. Did you know they were back there?
Yeah, anytime Dwight's behind you, you know he's, like you were saying earlier, a 33-year veteran, so you get a little nervous when he's back there, but I just tried to do my restarts the same each time and get a decent start and not spin the tires and give him the opportunity.
Did you know that Pinkham was there?
Yeah, with about, I think it was 10 to go, they said the 25's coming, get going, so I started pushing a little bit more, and anytime you do that, you usually screw yourself up, so I try to go back to what I was doing, rolling out early and picking the gas back up early.
Let's talk about handling. Was there any concerns for the tires late in the event, Dale?
Actually, I was concerned in practice. We weren't very good all practice. I made a few changes for the heat race, and it seemed good, but usually when the car's good at lap 10, you're hanging on at the end, but it stayed underneath me all night.
Wow, this is a well-deserved win. It's going to be a happy ride back to East Harlan, Connecticut. We have a gentleman here. Dale, let me shake your hand. You have a gentleman here to make a trophy presentation, and I'll let you do that. Go right ahead, sir.
What a fantastic race. Irving's so proud to have sponsored the event tonight. And it's been a great series, a great race, very exciting crowd. I'm sure you guys enjoyed the whole night. Congratulations to you. Congratulations.
Okay. Congratulations. How about a nice hand to your winner, Dale Ivanchin, driver of car number 35. What a show David Pinkham put on here tonight in the number 25. Second place, and I want to tell you, he was coming. When did this car start to come to you and you felt like you could get to the front with it?
The car felt pretty good all night long. The guys did a great job. This is a championship caliber team, and I'd love to have the opportunity to fill the seat for one full season for this team if I could ever have the opportunity and come up with the sponsor money. But we got a raw deal there off 1 and 2 in that incident because I never stopped forward momentum, and I lost like 5 or 6 positions, and that really hurt me going to the rear. And but it's over and done with. But the car was a rocket ship, and I'd like to have one more caution flag and about 5 more laps because that put on a show.
Well, you certainly did. Any concerns for tires? I mean, they couldn't have been. I mean, the car was running so strong and so well and handling on the outside. Everything must have been right there for you when you needed it.
Yeah, I took it easy for like the first 50 laps. I didn't really abuse the car that much. Warren Johnson's awesome on the radio as a spotter. He really keeps me calm and hit my marks and everything. And it was an awesome car. And this isn't the same car as last year. This is a brand new 2006 Troy car. And I can't say enough for this team. I'd like to thank Charlie Roussel, A&T Towing, my whole family.
Any extra pressure coming into this thing? I know when I saw you at one of our events recently, you really wanted to get in this car tonight. Any pressure coming into this? I mean, you're from Buxton. This is your home track. After last year, you're the defending champion coming in. Did you have any pressure coming into this one?
A little bit. I think a lot of people expected a lot. I expected a lot out of myself. I'm very tough on myself when it comes to pretty much anything I do. And I wish my dad was here.
All righty, well, I'll tell you what, he is. When you think about it, he's looking down. Listen, congratulations on a great job, David. Very emotional down here. Nice job, Buxton's David Pinkham. And come on over here. What a run here by this gentleman who will, I've been told, will be celebrating his 52nd birthday tomorrow. Yeah, the old guard, we love that. Dwight Jarvis, another great job by you in the number 28 tonight. You turn around because Bill Channell's got us on television. First of all, happy birthday from everybody here at the Ridge. Good job.
Thank you. I want to congratulate Dale. He's a young driver, a good driver, and he did a heck of a job tonight. And of course, me and David run together a long time. He's a good friend of mine, and he got by me, but I made him work for it.
I know that you two have raced quite a bit. Quite a bit over the years, and when you guys went side by side off two back there, I was thinking as I was calling it upstairs, man, this is going to be special between these two.
It was going to be special, but ever since Dave has come down to Plymouth and run with us, he's a real clean driver, and I respect him, and he respects me, and it's fun to race when you can race with somebody like him.
Nice job. We'll see you next week at Star Speedway. You're atop the point standings, and you're still atop them with a strong third-place finish tonight. How about a nice hand for Dwight Jarvis? Happy birthday to number 28. Dwight, we got some hardware here for you.
A tribute to the Westboro Speedway. Journey back through time with photos, films, and videos. Experience the cars, the stars, the way it was. Through the 50s to the 80s at the High Bank Quarter Mile Speedway. Plus, a look at the 2001 Westboro Speedway reunion. Order now by calling 888-RACE-VIDEO or 603-679-6796. Now you can own a part of racing history. Stars of the Winston Cup Series compete on a local short track. Not just an exhibition, but real wheel-to-wheel, no-holds-barred racing. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Morgan Shepherd, Ernie Irvin, Jeffrey Bodine, Davey Allison, and many more, racing pro stocks against local drivers. To order your VHS copy in hi-fi stereo sound, call toll-free 888-RACE-VIDEO. That's 888-RACE-VIDEO.